Good evening, friends. Today we are going to study the daily current affairs analysis of 16th June 2005. Let's start. There are 26 slides. We will go through one by one, and today very important. Some of the news are very important, so please be thorough in the class. Let's start with the first slide. This is first slide, and let's start with the second slide. This is about the census 2026-2027. This census has to be supposed to be conducted in 2021, but due to COVID and some of the reluctance of the government, the census has been delayed. What will be the difference between earlier census and this 2026 census? Today's article discuss about this part only. Okay, this will be the first census that will also constitute the caste census, which will be included in the latest census. So what will be the importance of the caste census? The caste census will not only be just a document, but it will also provide data to the government so that the government can formulate their policies and measures, schemes directed towards these vulnerable castes. Also, it will also collect data on the Hindutva, religion, region, etc. This will not only the caste blind state, those states which are only focusing on caste, on the name of populism, vote politics, etc., that may benefit or either setbacks. There will be much importance will be given to the empirical evidence, empirical data in the statistical anonymity. Let's move to the next slide. In this article, Shamika Ravi discusses about the Operation Sindoor and also the collective duty of the state. What were the successes, what were the failures of states during the Operation Sindoor. See, the article is discussing about Operation Sindoor, which was an Indian Armed Forces operation targeting terror infrastructure in Pakistan and POK. The writer also says that this operation is a turning point in the India's foreign policy, as marked by the words of PM Narendra Modi that water and blood cannot flow together. Trade and terrorism cannot go together. These are the important lines given by our Prime Minister. So the challenges in the conducting these operations and preventing from the dark eyes of the terrorists, there must be the self reliance on the in terms of technology, in terms of manpower, in terms of research, and etc. and our technology and research have performed well in this region. So there must be the Make in India push for the defense and other. There may be some problems in starting, but in order to get through all these difficulties, one must go for trial and error so that an innovative society can be formed. Let's move to the third article, tracking the monsoon. This article discusses about the monsoon, why tracking the monsoon is important, as tracking the monsoon provides the data which will not only benefit the meteorology but it will be also beneficial for the India's food security schemes targeting, because it will provide data in order to determine the sowing of the crops by the farmers, and also it will check on what are the vulnerabilities during the monsoon period. See here, this slide discusses about the impact of the monsoon on the districts like West Bengal, Jharkhand, Bihar, etc. This article also discusses about the revival of the kharif production. Earlier the kharif production seems to be going down but due to vagaries of monsoon, but this is the time when government and policy makers should come ahead to prepare for the monsoon shock. Let's move to the third article, a stabilizing force. This article discusses about India EU partnership and the developing India EU relations. In recent past, there has been discussion of India EU trade, but there has been some lacuna in this trade opportunity. What type of lacuna? There are lacunas like phytosanitary measures of the European countries, carbon tax by European countries, which will not only a disadvantageous position to the Indian traders, but it will also increase the import bill as the Europeans will get the Indian market access, which is one of the most bigger market in the world today. Let's see what the writer have said. The same thing, the FTA discussion is going on and it need to be decided by the end of 2025. This will emphasize on the pragmatic engagement, shared, also emphasize on the opposition of cross-border terrorism. This article also as a emblem of multipolar world. It provides a offer to a rich tapestry of analysis of critical issues affecting India and its place in the world. Further, let's see another article. In this article, Raghavan, okay, this is idea action. This is one of the most beautiful pages I like. Let's see what the writer has said, what the interviewer has. The institutional rule of the game were considerably weakened even before the emergency, Srinath Raghavan said in the idea action session. The article focuses on the analysis of Indira Gandhi's political career and the lead up to the emergency. The core argument which has been provided by the Raghavan discusses on competitiveness of the Indian democracy from 1967 general election towards onwards, which disregards for the rule, norms and procedure which are as crucial as the elections for a healthy democracy. It also mentions the context of emergency where the various institutional laws, rules has been weakened by then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. Next article, an alternative nationalism. This article has been written by Akil Bilgrami. The article focuses on the Hindutva nationalism and another type of nationalism which Akil Bilgrami says. This is critical of Hindutva. Why this is critical? Because maybe some personal issues, maybe the real ground issues, etc. Let's see what he is giving the argument. The Bilgrami assert that the root of the nationalisms are relatively recent, gaining respectability from its opposition to the emergency. Okay, the Bilgrami is focusing on the emergency issue. In near terms, the various leaders has discussing the emergency and those who opposes emergency are nationalist. And अकील बिलग्रामी जी को इस बात से दिक्कत हो रही है. ये कॉन्सेप्ट जो है दूसरों की तरफ हॉस्टिलिटी दिखाता है इनके अनुसार. दिस इज़ नॉट माई पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू बट दिस इज़ द पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू ऑफ अकील बिलग्रामी जी. और बोलते हैं कि इनका इम्प्लीकेशंस क्या क्या हो सकता है कि ये जो हॉस्टिलिटी बढ़ रही है दैट विल बी extend to the internal critics viewing all criticism as traditionally aligning itself with the outsider. He contrasts this with a pluralist nationalism that was a legacy for the freedom movement, which sought include all religion and cultures. And let's see what are the historical context of this article. This article suggests that the traditional Indian society was characterized by unself-conscious pluralism and true Indian nationalism should reflect this inclusivity. And according to him, the nation building depends in the self-consciousness of pluralism. Okay, This is all about this article. Let's move to the another article. Israel Iran trade strikes. We have also studied about this article yesterday. There has been some development. Let's see. Israel claims full control over Iran. Tehran strikes skies. इसराइल का कहना है कि Israel can occupy the Tehran sky with whatever the means, that is missiles, drones, anything, whatever it, and the military conflict will increase in future, and it seems to be increasing. And बहुत सारे embassies like Indian embassies and other embassies are moving students from Israel's. And the Israel-Iran conflict will have a great focus in recent will be of great focus in the recent G7 summit. Let's see another article. Number of missing persons climb to 4. Police take DNA sample of family members. एयर इंडिया 171 जो फ्लाइट क्रैश हुई थी जिसमें कि 241 पैसेंजर्स डाइड, तो उन जो डाइड पैसेंजर्स हैं उनके डीएनए को आइडेंटिफाई किया जा रहा है ताकि उनके बॉडी को जो भी बचे हुए हैं, जो भी पार्ट्स बचे हुए हैं, उनके पार्ट्स को फैमिली मेम्बर्स को दे दिया जाए। एंड डीएनए कैसे कलेक्ट किया जाता है ये भी आज हम लोग पढ़ेंगे अगले आर्टिकल्स में कुछ देर बाद। अभी तक 99 डीएनए कंफर्म हो चुके हैं। 64 बॉडीज़ को फैमिली को हैंड कर दिया गया है, गुजरात के हेल्थ मिनिस्टर का कहना है। एंड यूएसए की टीम भी हैदराबाद में पहुंच चुकी है। दैट लेट कॉलेटेड फॉर एयर इंडिया क्रैश प्रोब टीम। चूँकि ड्रीम लाइनर जो है एयरक्राफ्ट यूएसए के बोइंग के द्वारा बनाया जाता है, सो यूएसए का इन्वॉल्वमेंट होना ही था। एंड गौरव तनीजा एक फेमस यूट्यूबर है, उन्होंने पायलट को डिफेंड किया है because the big companies can shift the blame to the pilots. Let's move to another article. PM reaches Cyprus, Turkey's rivals, and EU chairs next year to deepen ties. What is the importance of PM's visit in Cyprus? The PM Modi reaches Cyprus, Turkey's rivals, EU chair next year to deepen ties. The importance of Cyprus visit is very large because Cyprus is going to chair the European Union next year, and this will not only deepen the tie with European Union but also a strategic move against Turkey, which played a critical role in Operation Sindoor by supplying drones to the Pakistan. Let's see some another news. Mamata Banerjee claims. Mamata Banerjee has accused the BJP of leveling Bengali speaking in BJP ruled state as Bangladeshis. Second news is Kharge on Manrega. Congress leader Mallikarjun Kharge has criticized the cut in the implementation of Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, calling it a crime against the constitution. Next slide. Another news is Bihar Scheduled Caste Commission services notice to the Lalu Prasad. Why? The Bihar Scheduled Caste Commission has issued a notice to the Lalu Prasad for allegedly disrespecting Ambedkar. Prashant Kishore has challenged the Rahul Gandhi to criticize Lalu Prasad over this issue. Second, Maharashtra Panchayat adopt e-office system in a move towards digital government governance. A Maharashtra Panchayat has adopted the office system as a net gain for efficiency and transparency. This can be used as a part of governance and ethics. Center issues notification for census in 2027. The government has set the stage for the next nationwide census, a crucial exercise for data collections and the policy planning. Technologies and business news. Let's see. Meta appoints Arun Srinivas as India's head. Meta appoints Arun Srinivas as India's head. This is a significant corporate appointment indicating Meta's continuous focus on Indian market and its growth strategies in the region. Another news from 146 rupees 146 peak to rupees 48 trough. Inside Ola Electric stock plunge. The headline points a notable decline in Ola Electric stock's performance, promoting analysis into the reasons behind the sharp drop. Another news, AI and the future of job. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman has warned about breakthrough in humanoid robot development and their potential to disrupt job transformation of iPad a Mac to a Mac. Discussions are ongoing about how the Apple Vision Pro could facilitate the transformation of iPad into a more Mac-like devices, hinting at new technology convergence. The biggest problem of insurance industry is fraud. GIC chief. This statement highlights a major challenges faced by the insurance sector, indicating the pervasive issues of fraudulent claims and its impact on the industry's profitability and the operations. Let's see some of the explained articles. War in the Middle East. What's the next? This is all about Iran-Israel war. That's it. We have been discussing for 2 days. How India conducts its census. How India conducts its census. Census we have studied. We have read one article before, and now it's in explained page. The most important aspect is the reintroduction of nationwide caste census after 90 years. This is all about, and there will be some change in questionnaire. Okay, we will move to the next article. Helicopter flying out Kedarnath crashes amid bad weather. There has been bad weather, and Kedarnath pilgrims has been affected by that. And after a severe plane crash, how DNA analysis is used to DNA analysis के बारे में हम लोगों ने देखा. It is all the mix of forensic science, lab, etc. some other explained articles. War in the Middle East, that picture उसी को explain किया गया है. Center rationale behind Manrega's spending cap. सेंटर मनरेगा में जो स्पेंडिंग कर रहे थे, खर्च कर रहे थे, उस पर कुछ कैप लगाए हैं ताकि जो रियल बेनिफिशियरी है उनको सिर्फ मिल सके. दिस इज एंड ऑफ द स्लाइड. That's it for today. Thank you very much.